how these dudes get so insecure? Because I want to end up with someone who is definitely out of my league, who is way more successful than me. Just a beautiful bubblegum booty baddie with a heart of gold, just a stunning, gorgeous goddess. And then I'm just her little, adorable, lovable idiot. We're like an optical illusion when we're together because she is so stunning. And then I'm just me. Like I'm a 6.5 and she a 10 out of 10. And it would bring us both up numerically on the number scale because she's so beautiful, it bumps me up to like an 8 because people are just confused on how I'm with her. And I'm more confused than anybody. And then she's like a 12 just because I look so out of place next to her. And all I talk about is how I'm just so lucky to be with her and how I won the lottery. And she's definitely the product.
So in this video, we're looking as to how women will continue to lose men and why men are tired of dating in relationships. As time goes on, we find out that men would rather stay single than commit into relationships. They know how modern dating is and they know how much of a headache comes with it, so they'd rather stay out of it. They've stacked their chips and they've cashed out. They're done. So who has a lot to lose from this? Well, the women do, right? Because they're losing good quality men. So how are they going to get husbands? How are they going to get children? They're left in trouble since they won't have a potential suitable quality partner to settle down with and bear children with. So yeah, the future is kind of scary if you ask me, right? So in this video, we're going to be reacting to more snippets. So make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and let's go.
I'm a grown man and I did the right thing. I thanked my wife for taking care of our... I'm a grown man and I did the right thing. I thanked my wife for taking care of our kids and working multiple jobs to pay for my education. She invested in me and I landed a good job with a salary. And I soon fell in love at work. I texted my wife that I wanted a divorce.
Texted!
I texted my wife that I wanted a divorce and the house and that she can take the kids.
I want the house as well.
Yeah. I want a divorce. I want the house. Take the kids. Permanently. I want a new life. I deserve a do-over with a woman who's on my level. My soon-to-be ex-wife launched a hate campaign against me at work. She emailed my boss about my affair. She posted a fake LinkedIn page that ruined my character. My work love has distanced herself because she's afraid she'll get fired or attacked. My boss mentioned, if your wife can't trust you, how can I? My career is pretty much over at this company. How do I earn my boss's trust and keep my work love? Advice. P.S. Women say they want honesty, but when I give it to you, I'm the bad guy.
So first of all, in this video, he's wrong for that, man. All I gotta say is like, yo, she was there for you, man. What are you doing? I know you don't control who you love, who you fall in love with and all that, but like at the end of the day, this sounded like a good quality partner you had with you. So if she invested in you and invested in your schooling and all that, I think she deserves the same for you. So definitely, she doesn't deserve for you to do her this dirty, right? If she cheated on you, if she did all crazy shit, you know what I mean, like behind your back and you found out, then yeah, granted, you have all the right to do what you wanted. But in this case, she was there for you from day one. Now, I want you to keep that in mind because it's hard to find somebody like that who will stick with you, who will invest with you, you know, who will see you right from when you're down below all the way to where you are right now, right? So what you're doing, man, is out of pocket. Definitely, she doesn't deserve this. And why would you even text her, bro? She deserves an explanation face to face. She's not one of those people that only deserves a text breakup, you know, with all explanation and all. No, you gotta go face to face and explain yourself, boy. And at the end of it, why do you even want the house on top of it? Like, yo, leave her something meaningful. You're trying to leave her all this burden. You're trying to leave her the children while you want to take all the good things like the house. Nah, boy, it takes two to tango. It takes two to make children. So you better commit to it. If you're going to leave her, at least you got to provide for those kids. Like, that's so disrespectful how you claim you deserve a do-over with a woman who is on your level. But at the end of the day, this woman you're with is what made you get to that level in the first place. She invested in you. So yes, we're always out here bashing women, talking bad about women and all. But yo, let's not forget, man, men out here, they be acting out of pocket most of the times, bro. They be doing this stupid shit like this, you know what I mean? Like you have a good partner there and you're gonna go out there and get some bimbo or whatever who you work with, and now you want a do-over. You want to start fresh. What about her? Right? Nah, man, like, yo, some of these men, bro, out here, bro, I don't know what they're thinking about. At the end of the day, bro, yes, you know, you can't control who you love, but at the end of the day, your wife still deserves the respect, man, especially if she gave you that kind of respect and she invested in your future, right? So at the end of the day, man, you should actually spoil her or buy her a gift, leave her at the house, or even buy her an expensive gift, something memorable, to thank her for all those years she's put up with you and took you and invested in your education. Instead of you being this self-absorbed and wanting her to leave with a burden while you keep everything good. Huh. Boy, oh boy.
If this is Usher, Michael Jackson, I couldn't care if this is acting, I couldn't care if this is a performance or you're getting the bag, bro. If Usher is digging his wood into my Mrs. Bunda, bro, with the eyes closed while she's feeling it like that, in front of hundreds and millions of people, bro, the Super Bowl halftime show is about to be the most memorable show on earth ever existed, purely for the wrong reason. It's going to have my face first on every news headline. If you watched it, you'd know that in that moment, they were hitting notes they haven't hit in 15, 20 years, bro. How do you watch that with your kids? How? When your son or your daughter's sitting there going, Dad, what? What are you going to say to him, bro? Oh, it's art. Fuck no, it's not art. The man looks like he slipped it in mid-show, bro. Funny thing is, there's actually guys out there too that are like, oh, they're performing, it's art. You know what? You're right, it is art, bro. Why don't you go let your girl back it up on Usher like that and then tell me how you're feeling?
Yeah, this is one of those videos I wanted to talk about, like, yo, all these celebrities, you know, musicians or whatever, bro, they always get a pass when they do this type of shit. You know what I mean? They don't think about the man at home whose wife this is, right? And I'm talking about those performances where, like, you know, they be performing in the stage and then all of a sudden they call up your missus, you know, who happens to be there watching the concert or whatever, and all of a sudden they all start grinding up on her, dancing on her, and giving her this little performance. But they don't realize that, like, yo, bro, this woman may be committed, bro. You're just at home watching this, you know, with your heart all tied in knots, and you know you're feeling some type of way, but you can't do nothing about it because, yo, he's a celebrity, he's a rapper, he's this, you know what I'm saying, right? And at the end of the day, when your woman comes home, she's still gonna justify it like that. Oh, baby, it was just a performance. But the amount of disrespect in this, especially if the woman is in a committed relationship, is unbearable. I'm telling you right now, bro, because I know people like to justify this, and of course we let this slide, right? Because you can't really do anything about it, and your woman's gonna come, it's gonna be like, oh babe, don't get jealous, he's just a singer, he's just this, I can never be with him, you know, she's gonna try to calm you down, but at the end, that's disrespectful, bro. You know, imagine somebody's wife is out here on center stage and you have some men's all up on her like this, bro. And then your ass is probably sitting in the audience, right? You're feeling some type of way, or maybe you're at home watching on screen on the television and you're seeing this type of shit. Like, bro, how would you feel, bro? You know, and I mean, yo, don't call men insecure, don't call us like jealous and all that, because at the end of the day, you know, if we are committed in a relationship with our woman, I think it's fair to say that any other form of activities that involves our woman with another man, it's a little bit disrespectful towards ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And who condones this usually? Well, women condone this, right? Because when they're called up stage, bro, they're not even thinking about their man. That's the last person they're thinking about, boy. They're thinking about this moment. They're all getting butterflies, oh, their face is all red, they're feeling in some type of way, they're enjoying it, bro. They don't realize how they're making you feel. They don't realize that. They don't give a shit. It's kind of crazy, I find that, eh?
Hey babe, was I wrong for how I moved at this girl's birthday dinner? So I get invited via my homegirl to go to this girl's dinner. I don't know her like that. I think I met her once through my homegirl a while ago. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go because you're inviting me. So I go, I get the girl a little gift or whatever. When I pull up, the first thing I realize is, first of all, everybody's on time. And second of all, a lot of people showed up for this girl's birthday dinner. It was over 12 people, probably over 15. I've never seen this many people at a birthday dinner at a restaurant in my life. As the night's going, you know, people are buying their drinks and things like that. But what I started noticing is people's orders. You know, I'm a very observant person, so I started noticing people's orders. And they was ordering 2 and 3 appetizers, 3 and 4 drinks, the best, biggest T-bone steaks with the gold on it, and this, and truffle fries, and this, and this. Everybody was doing their thing. So something, I don't know what it was, at a certain point of the night after, you know, people was, you know, finishing up their plates and ordering their last drinks and stuff like that, I had to go to the bathroom, but something hit me on my way to the bathroom, like, you know, just stop and pay for your meal. Just stop by the bar, pay for your meal, tip out, do that. That's what I did. So by the time I go to the bathroom, pay for my bill, tip out and stuff like that, the waiter is coming around to the table wanting to know how we're going to do the bill, because the bill can only get split 2 ways. And he made that very clear. The bill can only get split 2 ways. So the girl looks down at the other end of the table where we're sitting, and she says, oh, well, 2 of the guests, they can put it on their card and everybody can cash app them and they can deal with the bill because I'm not worried about that. I'm the birthday girl. I heard it, but everybody around at the table act like they didn't. And I was completely not worried because, again, my bill is paid for, tipped and everything. I'm just kind of waiting on my homegirl. So after time has gone past, nobody's putting up the card. Nobody even touched the check, right? So finally, a dude that was there, he opened it being funny, and it was over $3,500. That's how much the bill was. It was over $3,500. When he said that, I just busted out laughing. I don't know why I find it to be so funny. I think it's because I knew it was about to be a shit show. So the person comes back around and notices that nobody's touching the bill, and it's like, hey, what are we doing about the bill? So she looks down towards our end again, which I don't know why she kept looking down towards our end. So finally she's like, all right, well, who's gonna put down on the bill? So I don't say nothing. My homegirl, she don't say nothing. And then so finally another girl in the group was like, well, my homegirl, well, can we put it on your card and, you know, everybody just pay you back? My homegirl, she say no. Like, no, I'm not really comfortable with that. Da, 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 da. So things are starting to get heated now. There's a back and forth going between the restaurant, who's going to be paying, things like that. A lot of people are getting frustrated. Things are getting heated. So what do? I say, I'm going to excuse myself. Because first of all, I'm not about to be sitting in a food, restaurant, public setting and embarrass myself because y'all don't have y'all shit together, right? I don't do that. I don't play that. My shit is already taken care of. My bill is taken care of, tipped out, tipped beautifully. My bill came up to $100, and I'll never forget, it was $115 without tip, right? So I was like, I'm going to excuse myself. Get up, leave, call the Uber and all. My homegirl, because this is her friend. So she's staying trying to, you know, figure things out and stuff like that. Arguing, things like that with people. I'm not doing that. So I excuse myself and I leave because y'all need to figure this out. As I'm getting up to leave, well, what are you doing? Well, how are you leaving? You need to help pay for this bill, things like that. The waiter, before I could even say that, the waiter's like, his bill's already taken care of. He took, you know, he paid his bill and tipped out almost 45 minutes ago. Everybody's shocked, looking like, I'm hitting the door by now. I'm gone. I'm out. I get. By the time I get home, about an hour, I would say later, I get a long text message from my homegirl. I think that it was real rude what you did at my homegirl's birthday dinner. I don't know where that type of etiquette came from. Da, 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 da. I texted her back a simple IDC.
Hey, yo, this man is smart for it, you know, and I'll tell you why, right? Because if he hadn't paid for his tab, he would have been on that table arguing. You know, all these people weren't thinking about the bill. All these people weren't thinking about splitting nothing when they were ordering those meals. Everybody's there enjoying their meal, you know, up until the point where the stomach is all full. They've had great time. That's when the tab comes over, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. But when they were ordering, they weren't thinking that, hey, how much is it? Do I have the money to fund for this? You know, they just think randomly somebody's gonna cover the whole tab, bro. Yo, I don't blame him for it. He was actually smart for it. Good thing he covered his own tab, and good thing he left them to deal with the situation. So his homegirl, she doesn't deserve to be tripping about this at all, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not like he left them with his tab. He covered his tab. He gave them tips, whatever. He left them to deal with their situation. And yo, if you're hanging with this type of friends in the first place, y'all gotta cut them off, man. You know, if your friends can cause this type of embarrassment out in public on a restaurant, you know, then these are not the type of friends you should be around with, because guess what? The light still shines on you, right? So think about that next time you guys go out or to these fancy parties or birthday dinners or whatever.
When it comes to whether or not that girl was wrong for not bringing that man a $20 meal, I'm on his side now. Because my thing is this. If you walked into that man's apartment and you saw a grass wall with a neon sign that says Netflix and chill, and you proceeded to still give that man some cat, you proceeded to still meet that man multiple times, oh, baby, it's a free-for-all. I feel like you deserve whatever comes next because that's what you signed up for. Like, this man was giving you literal signs. Literal signs. And you said, you know what? I see the clownery, but I want to be a part of the circus. So, I'm sorry, baby girl. Girl power and all that, but baby, you signed up for that. Netflix and chill on a grass wall. He told you what he was about right then and there. You talking about masculine and feminine energy to a man who has a grass wall in his house that says Netflix and chill. He's ran through and he told you that. He wanted you to know. He wants everybody to know. And you didn't care. So at that point, whatever goes, baby, you said it's free game. I'm with whatever.
Yeah, she's not wrong, man. Yeah, the signs were there, right? The man had already communicated what he wanted to do with you, right? Netflix and chill. We already know what you're getting into, right? And I think for all of you who don't know, I think it's about a man here whom I reacted to in a couple of videos back, but he said he's been chilling with this girl or whatever, but one day he asked her to bring him like food on her way to see him, and I guess the food costed $20 or something. He was like, yeah, I'll bring you only if you pay it, or only if you give the money to buy it, or something like that. And then he was just a little bit shook because he was like, yo, I've been dealing with this type of girl, I've been covering all her bills and everything else, but she can't even do this one little thing for me. She can't even bring me a $20 meal, you know. So he was a little bit shook over that, but at the end of the day, this is what this woman is talking about, this situation, right? Now I just want to say, I want to reiterate what she's saying, right? She is right about this, right? Because at the end, women always like to victimize themselves, but at the end of the day, they knew what they were getting into. They knew when they were going into the house what was going to happen. Did they just think they were going to go watch some cartoons, some little SpongeBob over there, eat some popcorn and call it a night? Hell no. It's going to be you one-on-one with the man, right? You know what you're getting into. You're an adult. So whatever comes your way, you better deal with it because you had it coming. Right, this is what this woman here is talking about. So yeah, she makes a good point about it.
Look at how these dudes get so insecure because I want to end up with someone who is definitely out of my league, who is way more successful than me. Just a beautiful bubblegum booty baddie with a heart of gold, just a stunning, gorgeous goddess. And then I'm just her little, adorable, lovable idiot. We're like an optical illusion when we're together because she is so stunning. And then I'm just me. Like I'm a 6.5 and she a 10 out of 10. And it would bring us both up numerically on the number scale because she's so beautiful. It bumps me up to like an 8 because people are just confused on how I'm with her. And I'm more confused than anybody. And then she's like a 12 just because I look so out of place next to her. And all I talk about is how I'm just so lucky to be with her and how I won the lottery. And she's definitely the prize. I'm telling you, if one of these gigantic, hilarious, beautiful influencer ladies take a chance on me, I'm going to let you get me pregnant immediately. And we could just make couples content together forever. And I will never embarrass you, and I will worship you, and I will adore you. I am not some alpha whatever. Put me in your purse. Take care of me, okay? And all these dudes are like, whoa, you so whipped. Da, da, da. Yeah, chains and whips excite me, loser, you dork. You wish you were me because I'm with her. Of course she's the greatest. She's the queen. And I'm not her king. I'm her jester. I'm a peasant who just married into royalty. That's what I want, for sure. Come find me. I love you. Follow me.
Nice, man. Yeah, great. Good for you, my boy. I get this is a joke, or I hope it's a joke, right? But at the end of the day, bro, like all these qualities, all the things you're describing, what you want. I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody has preference, right? And I think it would be nice if men could end up with a woman out of their league. I think it feels nice, right? Like if the woman is a top notch, is pretty, you know, a little bit above you, but at the end of the day, you guys don't realize this comes with a price. You know, you don't just come and chill there. She's not just your sugar mommy here and there. No, this comes with power, right? So if she's a little bit above your league, at the end of the day, she controls all the power. And guess what? At the end of the day, you're left there feeling insecure. She can do anything at any moment without explaining to you. She can boot you out in the middle of the night, right? And now if you invested all your life into her because, you know, she's popping, she's paying all your bills, you're just like couch potato, you know, you're crashing over at her house because you're like a homeless person or whatever it is, you don't have a house. It's all on you, boy, you know. And at the end of the day, this is not a man, right? You're not a man at the end. You're a woman. You guys just traded roles. If you're dating somebody like this and you're a man, you're dating a woman who's above your league. She has everything going for her, money, everything, her own house, car, everything, and you're just a bum. You're like this guy right here. You're a sucker. Guess what? She has all the control, all the power, and you guys just changed roles, like I said, right? She's the man of the relationship. You're the woman now. You're wearing the skirt, right? So if you're cool with that, I get it. It's a new generation, 2024. You know, all these kind of things are allowed, right? With the whole world going on, you can be anything you want. You can be a man today, a woman tomorrow, whatever. Do you, bro? But a lot of men, we men out here, we don't like this spotlight. Like, we don't like to be in this zone, you know what I mean? We like to end up with a girl above our league, attractive and all that, but at the end of the day, we don't want her to have the power to control us. So we must get our bread up. We gotta be a little bit straight, a little bit above her, just so we can have the say to be like, this is my house, do this, do that, right? Because think about it, if you're dating a woman that has everything, what does she need you for? What does she need you for? Just think about it. Like, what are you going to provide for her? What kind of value are you adding in her life? She has everything she needs. She can get somebody even better. You're not even adding anything. You're like a baby, bro. You're like on a changing diaper, bro. You're like still like a growing little Twizzler, bro. What does she need you for? And if you expect this relationship to last forever, you're delusional, bro. Unless, you know, she's a little bit mentally ill, bro. She's not thinking right. You know, she has all this going for her, but her mind is like at a level 8. And at that point, bro, you're just taking somebody out here to your advantage. It's funny how you pedestalize her, right? You don't realize that she's human as well. You're out here describing her as a goddess, as this, like you almost as if you worship her. That's the most degrading thing I've ever heard, bro. You gotta get your mind right. You gotta, you know, forget your mind, boy.
You know, when you meet those girls that, like, don't have any friends, and, like, when you first meet them, you're like, oh my gosh, like, how do these girls have no friends? Like, they must just be, like, homebodies or something, or super chill. And then you befriend them, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, you thought you were smart, right? You thought that your intuition is way better than all these other girls that decided not to be her friend. You're in for a treat, my friend. Usually a woman's friend tells you everything you need to know about her. And I'm telling you, right, if you want to know what kind of girl she is, just ask what type of friends she has, you know. Let her describe her friends to you, or go to her whatever social media and look at her type of friends she hangs out with or who she posts with. They will tell you everything you need to know about her. Right? Because they do say that you are the sum of 3 people you hang around with, right? So that girl is an average of the 3 people she hangs around with. She hangs out around with hoes, she gonna be hoes. She hangs around with good girls, she gonna be good. She hangs around with smart people, she gonna be smart. You know what I'm saying, right? So at the end of the day, if you have a woman out here with no friends, bro, that's danger signs. That's all the red flags you need to know to run away. But if you think out here that you're smart enough, you're in for a treat. And later on, you're gonna be the one in trouble. You're gonna be the one crawling out, asking for help.
Do you have a celebrity crush?
Yes.
That is true. Who is it?
I just don't want him to know. Not ruin my chances, but, like...
Is he an actor?
Like, no, now he's like a DJ.
Who is it?
Right? He's tall, dark, and handsome. Has, like, really good eyebrows. Have you had any famous taken people sliding your DMs?
Yes. That is true.
What was their profession?
I mean, what wasn't their profession?
Ooh.
I got all the fields.
Ooh. Okay.
Not trying to be cocky, but it's true.
Yo, this is your modern woman, bro. She out here, bro, boasting about how many fields she got, how much of a roster she has in the DM, bro. Like, yo, notice that, bro. Like, yo, you ain't even got out of your whole roster. You ain't even got somebody here trying to wife you up, bro. You know why they're liking you? You know why they're sliding on your DMs? It's not for reasons you think, bro. They're sliding out of different intention. They just want to bed you for one night, forget you tomorrow. I don't think that's something to be proud of, bro. You know, now if you were talking about how many wedding offers you're getting, how many men are out here trying to put a ring on your finger, then yeah, for sure you have something to boast about. But if you're just boasting about, oh, how many people from all the different fields you got in your DMs, that's nothing to boast about, because that's an average woman for you. You know, she got everybody in your town lining up to spend the night with her, bro. That's nothing to be proud of, you know. At the end of the day, if you're still single and you're out here like this, living like this, then you haven't won nothing. That's not an accomplishment. Now, if you are married to a good man out there, right, who's providing for you, taking care of you, and he's treating you like how you love to be treated, right, life is going great for you, you have everything going on, everything else, you have children, all of that, boom, you've won. But in this case, man, you haven't won nothing. Because at the end of the day, I guarantee you, those men that are in your DMs, majority of them are also on other women's DMs. You're not just the only one, right? look on their DMs. Look who they're sliding with, right? So if a man is out there in your DMs, you know, like sending you those copy-paste messages, bro, chances are he's already sent that to hundreds of other women. So you're out here boasting like you're the only one in the world. You're gonna find out the hard way. Just wait for it.
Guys, I think I may just have fumbled the love of my life. You know, I just smiled at a man on the street, but let me tell this whole story. So for context, excuse me, don't interrupt my story. My neighbor's dog is barking. Anyway, I was walking down the street by myself and I see in the distance a very, very tall man, like noticeably tall man. And in my head, I was like, damn, like, you don't see that too often, you know, where it's someone where you like notice how tall they are. So I was like, he's probably gonna be cute. So naturally, as one does, I put my head down and I walk past him. So he's like coming this way, I'm coming this way. I put my head down because I'm awkward, right? At the last second, I'm like, you know what? What's one look? One look can't hurt. I look up at him. We make eye contact. He's like looking down at me because he's like 7 feet tall. Smiles, full teeth smile at me, okay? And so like I nervously like soft smile back because I was like scared, head immediately down, and I kept walking. My heart was racing, palpitating. I had butterflies in my stomach from one smile, okay? I couldn't even explain to you how fine this man was, okay? Like I don't get speechless often, but I was so nervous, okay? And then I was like, you know what? What's one more look? I'm gonna do a double take. So I turned my head around expecting to see the back of his head. No, he's also turning around and he looks at me and we make eye contact again and he laughs and smiles again because we both did a double take. And so I was like, okay, he's definitely gonna say something. And this moment was like in slow-mo for me. Like I felt like I was in a movie. It was literally like smile, slow-mo, double look back. He's turning around looking at me, slow motion. I was like, okay, he's gonna say something, but we're like kind of far apart at this point. And then he didn't. He turned around and kept walking, so I turned around and kept walking too because I'm awkward. Obviously, I'm not gonna say something. I should have. I wish I was more bold because that was probably the love of my life and I'm never gonna see him again. Actually, I might. Like, Charleston isn't that big of a city. If that was you, my DMs are open. What the? Guys, I turned around and he was turning around too. Like, tell me that's not a movie. And he was fine.
This is what I mean, women got it easy, bro. When it comes to dating, women just have to sit there, act all pretty and cute, and men will take their shot. But look when the tables turn, right? A woman can't even act right in the presence of a man, bro. A man that she's attracted to, right? Look at her, bro. She's acting like a little kid, bro. Imagine that. Imagine if she was a man. She'd be single for life. Because when a man acts like this, automatically he's already lost, right? Men are, from an earlier age, have to realize how to act around women. So we can't really be, even if the chick is a 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, 20 out of 10, we can't act crazy like this, you know what I mean? Right? We can't be all overexcited and jumping up and down, and you know what I mean? It doesn't work, because all of a sudden we're labeled as a creep, we're labeled as a simp, you know? We can't even act right, you know what I'm saying, right? So we're supposed to pretend like we're not fazed by it in order just to have a conversation with her. But look at her, she's already sweaty, already, you know, jumping up and down, already thinking this is a movie scene, like, you know what I mean? That's crazy. So I can't imagine you being a man, because you wouldn't be, you'd be out of luck, you know? You'd be struggling to date really hard. Just, I can tell by the excitement, I can tell she hasn't approached a man in her life. This is the first time, first instance, you know? And another thing I gotta point to the boys out there, guys. Look, when you have everything going for you, right? When you got your height, you got your hygiene, you got your dressing, you got everything going on, right? This is how women will feel like when they come into your presence. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, you don't have to do much. They're just gonna be jumping up and down, all excited, all have butterflies in their stomach, just to deal with you in general, right? So that's why you gotta work on your shit, right? Get to where you need to be, and the rest will come in easily, like this, right? Well, if you're ugly out there, man, then you have a lot to work on your plate. But trust me, you can fix a lot of things. So yeah, don't give up, boys.
I am never shooting my shot again. To all the girls who say, oh, you just need to be confident and pick up a guy, you need to shut up. Because I was brutally, and I mean brutally humbled. So basically, I was talking to this one guy, and I liked him. And I was like, so what's your type? And he goes, black girls. And for a moment, I was excited, and I was like, okay, I finally have a chance. So I go, well, I know a certain black girl who likes you, aka me. And he literally looks at me with a disgusted look, and then proceeds to say, I like girls who look like SZA, not black girls who look like Aunt Jemima. Are you kidding me?
Yo, this is so funny, bro, but now as a woman, you understand how hard it is for us men to actually like talk to women. You know what I'm saying, right? Because you women be acting like this. You see how you got humbled? You women out here be acting like your nose is all the way up in the sky, like you're way above our league, right? You guys be acting up too much, right? So I'm glad you got humbled. I'm glad you got a taste of what it feels like to be a man for a little bit, because yo, if you were a man in this world, you wouldn't survive. We're already just struggling over one rejection, over one little simple thing. Imagine how many rejections we men get, right? To the point where we're not even faced all our life. Imagine how many rejections we get. To the point that we normalized it. It's like, yeah, okay, I got rejected. Oh, okay, I fumbled this. Oh, okay, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying, right? But you are already never taking your shot with a man again after this one bad approach. So if you're a man, I can only think of how far you'll go to get a woman, you know. You'll probably be like single for life with your cats and everything, you know. Not because by choice, but because you can't get anything, or you've given up. Right, so I'm glad you got a taste of what it feels like to be a man just for a little short period of time. Now you can go back to being a woman, no problem, right? And act all cute and get approached on, but you know this shit ain't easy, right? But anyways, guys, that's the whole video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to click the like button and subscribe. And as always, pop in the house. Easy.